I just got off a call with my therapist, and this is the word sharing. Shame is like something you think, an internal defect you think you have to hide from people, right? So let's just say you think you're fat, right? If you believe you're fat, then if somebody says something that aligns with that belief to you, real or perceived, even if you think they said it when they didn't, oftentimes you will have a reaction, and that reaction is from your own internal shame. Okay, so let's say somebody says something to you and you get triggered, and the reason that you get triggered when you have shame internally is because you actually believe it yourself. Okay, I just put on lip gloss on me. Okay, nobody can trigger you about something that you don't actually kind of believe, right? For example, somebody could tell me that I'm short. They could run all up and down calling me short in the comments of a YouTube video. In my mind, they're delusional, and I'll go about my business. Why? Because I'm 6'1" and I believe that I'm tall. Okay. Somebody could also tell me that I'm a bad dancer. And because I believe myself to be a good dancer, it really doesn't matter what they're saying. It will have no effect on me. Now, here's the thing. In reality, I could be a bad dancer. It doesn't matter, like, based off of, like, how other people see me on the planet, comparing me to all the dancers on the planet. But you can't tell that to me, because in here, I believe I am a good dancer. I don't have any shame. Conversely, if I think I'm a bad dancer and somebody makes some comment that's off, whatever, I'm going to be heat seeking for those shame things. And I'm going to be like, right? Okay. So you got that part? You got the part? Good. So here's the thing that was like, in my own world, I didn't realize how much shame was like a bottomless pit that could not be filled. Your shame is a bottomless pit that cannot be filled until you do the work to change what you believe about yourself. Listen, it was so good. Okay. So somebody could tell you all day and all night that you are a good dancer. They could tell you you're a good dancer every time they see you. You could get feedback from people online that you're a good dancer. You could get feedback from your mama, your cousins, your spouse, your friends. Random people while you're dancing could people could tell you're a good dancer. It's like they're pouring it into a bottomless pit. It has zero effect, okay? Because what you're gonna do is you're just gonna like ping, ping, ping. You're just gonna dismiss it and make excuses for it. And no, that's not true. And because the only thing that you are capable of believing is what you believe about yourself already. So when you start doing the internal work, and that internal work often looks like considering that something else might be true, realizing that you're in a shame spiral, allowing for that, working with a therapist, asking yourself, well, what if I was a good dancer? Those sorts of things. There's lots more to it, but let's just say that. And contemplating it and going into it, however that work happens for you. When you start doing the work, it's like putting a bottom on the container that was previously bottomless. All of a sudden, people were throwing things in, good things, and it was never satisfying. You never felt full. It never hit. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to have given. Okay. And honestly, the only thing that you could hear were negative things. Even if the negative things were not being said to you, even if the negative things were not the person's intention, you were going to go out into the world in your little rose-colored glasses and tell all of us that the world was pink. Right? But when the bottom goes onto the container, when people tell you you're a good dancer, you can hear it. Finally. And you can allow for the reality that you're living in where other people actually do perceive you as a good dancer. And what this looks like is you stop pish-poshing compliments and you say things like, thank you, right? Or I've practiced a lot. I really appreciate you saying that, right? And on the other side, because you now have a bottom on your container, this was the part that was just so good to me. I love when therapy does this. Not only can you receive the good things, you can receive the critiques. Right? Because in the past, you were a heat-seeking missile, making up all these critiques that were happening. And even if somebody gave you a good, wholesome critique, you couldn't hear it. You were triggered and you were out your mind. Okay? Now you are balanced. So if somebody gives you a critique of your dancing and says, hey, your foot placement is a little off. I think you could do your turns a little better if you do this. It's not the end of the world. Okay? You're not blowing up the spot with your triggered butt. All right? You can hear the good things and receive them. Consider that they exist as a reality that you live in and just let it be. And you can hear the critiques and receive them. Consider that they are a reality and potentially do some tweaking so that you can improve. Oh my God. So anyway, there's more about shame. I've been doing a lot of work on shame because for some reason therapists like to bring up shame. You be thinking you living your life doing whatever you're doing and you don't have no concept that this is what's happening. And they'd be like, oh, that's shame. And I'd be like, well, okay, what's not shame at this point? But anyway, I hopefully that will help somebody because the bottomless pit and you can only receive what you believe about yourself. That's chef's kiss.